Good morning.
Hello, friends. Welcome to That Real Estate Show with
Shannon or Randy.
and Eddie Man. We're so glad you tuned in today. We're sitting here at Pucketts, right here on the square in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Boy, we're so glad you've joined us today. We've got an information-packed episode for you.
Yes.
Ooh, honey, hush. We got some good stuff for you today.
So, hey, Eddie.
Hey.
Why do we do this?
I knew you was going to ask that. See, that's usually what I'm supposed to do.
I know, I got
But
you.
we do this so that you, our friends and viewers, will have something to talk about the rest of the day.
Maybe they'll learn something new.
Yeah, we're hoping you'll learn something new about our area, about the real estate market, and we just like sharing information that we know.
Yeah.
So that's why we do this.
Well, today we're going to talk about what the locals do in Rutherford County and all that there is to offer to people who want to live here.
Yeah, there's a lot of people moving in, and there's a lot of people that have lived here for years and years, and they just don't know what's available and what you can do here in Murfreesboro and Rutherford County and the surrounding areas. So
That's so true. There's so much stuff I have never done, and I've lived here for a long, long time.
yeah, you know, researching the material for this episode, there's a lot of stuff I didn't even know. I didn't know about. How long you lived here?
Technically, in Murfreesboro, I've lived here since 2004. However long that is.
That's a long time. That's a long time. I've been here since 1986.
My husband's been here since 1974. So beat that.
Ooh, I can't beat that. I can't beat that.
He's a true local.
Yes, he is. Native.
Yeah.
So do you call those folks from Murfreesboro, do you call them Murfreesboroians
I think that
or Murfreesboroites? Or
Burrowite. I think I like that. A burrowite? That kind of sounds like a little bug that would
Burrowite, termite, Jebusites,
We have termites.
Amalekites, Dynamites.
All the ites. Okay, back
Anyway,
to
we
Rutherford
digress.
County
Here we are.
and how fabulous it is. Okay, so we wanted to give you some good information if you're wondering what's so fabulous about Rutherford County and why we are one of the fastest growing counties in the whole entire country.
Ooh, people coming in here from everywhere.
I'll tell you one thing.
Tell me one thing.
So I grew up in East Tennessee and then lived in Nashville and then lived in Smyrna and then lived in Murfreesboro. Well, when it was anniversary or it was your birthday or whatever back then, you had to go to Nashville. You wanted to go out to dinner or do something fun, you had to go to Nashville. I don't go to Nashville anymore for that. I mean, you can still go to Nashville, obviously, it's very, very close. But to go out to dinner or do something fun, you don't have to now. So it's grown so much.
I remember when we moved here in 1986, if you needed a doctor or an attorney, you had to go to Nashville because that's where they all were.
Right.
If you wanted to go out to eat, you didn't have a whole lot of choices.
Right. And now there are over 400 restaurants in Rutherford County.
Really?
Yeah.
There are that many?
Over 400.
Well, I tell you what, if you're hungry, you can find something to eat.
Yeah, all
Whatever
different
you want.
kinds. That's the neat thing.
But here's the problem that my wife and I have. Every time we want to go out to eat, it's always, where you want to eat? I don't know.
Right. You pick.
Where you want to go?
This is a little different, but you could do the same thing. When I'm meal planning for the family, I have this whole organized system, but all of the options are in a bag with a number. And if I can't think of what I want to cook, I'm going to draw a number, and that's what we're having.
I hope you don't draw number 2.
What am I going to do with him now? Okay, so if you are having trouble picking a
I believe
restaurant,
I'd leave that number out.
if you are having trouble picking a restaurant, you could do that same thing. You could put them in a bag and draw it out. And you got 400, right?
400.
400.
I won't be hungry by the time I put 400 slips of paper in that bag.
You do it ahead of time.
Oh, I see.
Anyway,
Okay.
just an idea. Okay.
So 400 restaurants in Rutherford County.
Over 400, I don't know. 420.
How many have you eaten at?
I don't know.
You tend to go to the same one every time?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, you need to come to Pucketts because they got great food.
They do.
The service is outstanding, and the coffee is, they're even open for breakfast. That's why we're here
I didn't
today.
even really know that. But there's not a lot of people here because of the time of day we're here, but they're usually very, very crowded. And I had an omelet, and it was really good.
So come on down to Pucketts.
Yeah. That's good. And we're on the square in Murfreesboro right now, which
Yep.
is where Pucketts is.
Yep.
There's
yep.
all kinds of little shops and restaurants here, so it's just a great, fun little square. A lot of people want to move to Tennessee, and they get the memo to live in Franklin because of their square. But you see, we have a square in Murfreesboro too. There's a lot of towns in Middle Tennessee that have a square. Okay, on to the next thing.
Yeah, here on the square, there's all kinds of things to do. There's a new restaurant called Red Bicycle. There's Woods Viking, which is a barbershop mainly for men, but they also cater to folks with beards. There's L&L Contractors. It's where they do their designing and their building and things of that nature. There's
Big B Cleaners. They've been around for about 100 years. And then there's the City Cafe, which I took Garrett to Saturday morning.
Yeah, that's a good place
And
to go.
they have been feeding people since 1900.
And did you know that that's a great place to talk about local politics?
Well, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I don't really care to participate because I'm over it all.
Right, right, right. We hear enough of that.
Okay.
But there's all kinds of good stuff to do up here on the square.
Yeah.
And you know, even Murfreesboro Square through the summertime, they have things on the weekends too.
Yeah, they do.
On Friday nights, oftentimes they'll have
Music.
Yep, different types of music on the square, jazz on the square.
And then our favorite thing is Saturdays from what month? March or April or May to
I
August.
think it
Don't
starts.
ask me
I think
when.
it starts June to October.
No way, that late June? Anyway, farmers market comes on the square on Saturday morning, so
Yep.
that's a lot of fun.
They open at 8 o'clock and close about noon. So if you get here early, you can get some real good vegetables. I'm here just about every week in the summertime.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay, in addition to restaurants, you can also go to there's over 11 official parks that are open.
In
to the
Rutherford
public.
County?
Yes. Now I can't name them all, but there are.
Well, I know for one of them is Barfield Park, and
Yeah.
everybody kind of knows where that is. You go
Right.
out Church Street and hang
Unless
right.
these people who are living in California, y'all don't know where it is, do you?
Barfield Park is a great place to go. They've got pavilions, they've got disc golf, they've got a playground
Baseball
for children,
fields.
bunch of baseball fields, and I mean they are top notch. There's even a wilderness station there, and at the wilderness station there's all kinds of classes and things that they do. I think coming up soon they've got what they call Raptor Rhapsody.
Isn't that dinosaurs?
Well, it can be, but what you can do there, you can meet owls and other birds of prey. They'll have snake feeding and nature journaling and a whole lot more.
Well, that's fun.
Matter of fact, Barfield Park is so big that they even have walking trails down by Stones River that you can kind of go through there, and it's just a great nature hike. And they've got campsites where you can go tent camping. You know, you can pack in your tent and your firewood and just stay overnight. It's very, very affordable. Just a great place.
It is. And we also have a greenway system here.
Oh,
there
yeah.
are over 15 miles of greenway trails. You can walk, you can ride your bike,
Yes.
that kind of thing. And a lot of, you can connect to the river, Stones River. You can even get in and use your kayak or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I see a lot of people riding are you familiar with a recumbent bike?
Is that the ones low to the ground?
Yeah, that you lay on?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, those things are neat. I see a lot of those on the Greenway.
Yeah, that's neat.
And then in relation to parks, we've got Patterson Park, which is a little different, but they've got an indoor pool. Yeah,
That's
they've got
neat.
racquetball courts, basketball courts. It's managed by Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation. But
And also sports com. They
yeah,
have
you got
indoor and
sports
outdoor
com.
pools and basketball courts. They have a track, they have a gym, they have rooms you can rent out for parties. That's another thing I was going to say is the Wilderness Station. My nephew had a birthday party there. So you
Really?
you can rent it there.
That's good.
Well, it was
good to
done
know.
by them. Like there was some sort of reptile involved. Well, we went on a nature walk. It's been a few years. Anyway. Okay, in addition to all of that, there are over 123 churches in Rutherford County.
123 churches.
So loosen your Bible belt. We're pretty full.
There's plenty. There's plenty.
Plenty for you to choose
You want to
from.
go to church, you can find a church.
Find a church.
Yep. Yep.
What else? There's 7 golf courses.
Are you a golfer?
I like to golf. I actually took lessons once upon a time, and then I had children.
What happened?
Your life happened. Then we're a baseball family, so golf
Went from a
course-
little ball to a bigger ball.
Right.
Yeah.
I do like it though. Maybe I'll get back into that one.
Why do you like it?
I like it because I like driving the golf cart. And it's peaceful. I think it's peaceful out out there, wherever you are.
You walk in these pretty green pastures and trying to knock this little bitty old golf egg into a hole.
I just laugh. I don't get mad. Some people get mad at golf, obviously.
I always thought it was funny how they put a flag so you'll know where the hole is.
Right? Well, you can't see it. Right?
I guess. I don't know.
It's
I don't know
far
much
away,
about golf.
Pretty far away. Okay, what else we got? Oh,
I can't find anybody to put cleats on the bottom of my cowboy boots, so I can't really play golf.
Okay. You're something
Spikes,
else.
I guess.
Spikes.
I don't have. Anyway, I digress. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I tried to check out how many retail stores there are in Rutherford County, but it's too many to count. So you have lots of shopping. We do have the Avenue, which is full of shops. And
Yeah, that's an
restaurants and
outdoor type mall, isn't it?
Froyo, yes.
Froyo.
Frozen
What's a
yogurt.
froyo?
Sweet CC's is over there.
I like that froyo.
And then we have Stones River Mall, which is a traditional inside mall.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a new movie theater with the fancy seats. And they have a new bowling alley. Did you know that?
I do. I haven't been. Have you?
I've seen it, but I haven't actually been.
I haven't either. You like to bowl?
I do.
I haven't been bowling either.
Go ahead.
Here's a little bit of history about Murfreesboro. There's a place off the square called the Oaklands Mansion. Let me tell you a little about that. You can tour the Oaklands Mansion. It's a self-guided tour, and they're open Tuesday through Friday. The house was actually built in 1818, and the last residential owner moved out in the 1950s. She had just become so old that she couldn't maintain the property. So she moved out, and being abandoned, it was left in disrepair and vandalized. The windows were broken out. People were squatting in there.
Oh my goodness.
It was just terrible. And the city decided that since it was abandoned, they would buy it. So the city acquired it, and they were going to tear it down, but there was a group of women that decided to restore it to its original grandeur, and these women rallied around to form what's known as the Oaklands Association, and they opened it to the public in 1960s as a museum, and now you can go through it and tour it. It's got furniture and decorated just like it was back in the in the early late 1800s and early 1900s.
See, this is one of those things that's like 5 minutes for me, and I've never done it.
I've never done it either, but during Christmas time, they open it up and they've got it decorated like they had it back in the day. And you can take a Christmas tour.
I wonder if we can go there and do a show from there.
I bet we could.
Why don't we do that?
I bet we could.
We are going to do that.
And
it's a self-guided tour, so they don't care what we do.
No.
We'll be in there with our camera. Wonder if we can be in there with our camera. Sure, we can.
I expect we can.
Okay.
We'll figure that out. But you can also rent certain rooms for private functions like maybe a wedding reception or weddings or just gatherings of any type. It's a pretty neat place.
One more thing that I want to say. I thought that Rutherford County had 2 antique stores, because those are the 2 my mama drugged me to. But there are 13, at least 13.
13.
So we got a lot of old
antique
stuff
stores.
here. I like antique stores. At Christmas time, I went with my best friend, and we went to the antique store, and we were having a blast. And at one point, I just stopped. I just froze, and I looked at her and I said, "We've become our mothers." So
Do you like antiques? Do you like old stuff?
I do. I used to not. You know,
Why?
my mom had stuff, and I would just be like, "Ugh, I don't like that." And
Yeah.
now I'm like, "Oh, I love that." Yeah.
Why do we like antiques? Why do you think people like old stuff?
Just because it.
Nostalgic?
Yeah, that's the word.
Kind of reminds you of days gone by. Yep. There goes somebody right walking down the
All
sidewalk.
kind of stuff going on out there.
Yep.
Well, I hope that helps you to love Rutherford County more. Inspires you to go do something.
So,
Inspires me to go to Oakland Mansion.
well, I can't wait till it warms up so we can get out on the Greenway.
Yeah, we're
You
kind
know.
of bummed about the weather.
Yeah, it's, but you know, this too shall pass, as they say.
We're spoiled down here in the South. It's usually not this cold, and it's how cold today? 28? or something?
Yeah, 28 degrees today. That's why we're doing this on the inside instead of out on the porch.
Yeah.
And we're right next to Hattie B's or Hattie Jane's Creamery. They're in
Yeah.
there getting the ice cream ready. And I don't mind. I'm gonna be eating the ice cream today.
No ice cream today. Maybe froyo, but not ice cream.
Froyo. So, anybody got any questions?
Shout them out. Let us hear you.
Just holler real loud. We probably hear you.
Hey, if you do have a question, you can text it to us.
Yep. Email it, text
or whatever.
it.
Yeah.
Give us a call.
We'll answer it the next time.
If y'all have any topics you'd like us to address or things you'd like to see us talk about,
Or places you want us to visit.
yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Just drop us a line in the comments down below. Tell us where you'd like us to. Easy now. Tell us where you'd like to see us next.
What'd you do?
I started to say, tell us where you'd like us to go. We don't really want to know that.
No, they love us.
But yeah, just tell us what you'd like to see. We'd certainly be glad and open to doing a show from anywhere.
Yeah. Well, just about anywhere.
Yeah, just about
It
anywhere.
depends on the weather.
And we're not going to do it in a jailhouse.
If we're comfortable and warm and happy, we'll go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we always like to end our show with a verse of the day. So what's our verse today, Shannon?
Psalm 37, 27 and 28. Turn from evil and do good, and you will live in the land forever. For the Lord loves justice, and he will never abandon the godly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a whole lot better than the first verse we chose,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Eddie picked one out of his hat earlier.
And it was 7
not
3/8. Anyway, if you want to get a hold of Shannon, you can call her at
615-753-3251.
and you can reach me at 615-337-3989. And if the phone ain't ringing, you ain't a calling. So we hope to see you next week, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make it a great day.